Good morning students, this is Guna Bikot. In last class, that is 2 weeks before, we discussed about alkali and alkaline earth metals. In that lesson, we discussed general characteristic of alkali metals, electronic configuration, atomic and ionic radii, hydration enthalpy, difference between lithium and magnesium, chemical properties of alkali metals, uses of alkali metals, etc. In today's class, we pass on to the next topic, some important compounds of alkali metal. First one, the important compounds of alkali metal. We know what are the alkali metal: lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, francium, say alkali metal. So important compounds of alkali metal. First we discuss about the sodium carbonate. The formula of the sodium carbonate is Na2CO3 10 water. It is also called as a washing soda. The sodium carbonate is one of the important inorganic compound used in industry. It is prepared by a Solvay process. So sodium carbonate we prepared by a Solvay process. In this process, ammonia is converted into ammonium carbonate. That is, ammonia means the NH3 is converted into ammonia carbonate. The formula of ammonium carbonate is NH4CO3. Which of them converted into ammonium bicarbonate. That ammonium carbonate is converted into ammonium bicarbonate. So NH4 twice CO3 is converted into NH4HCO3. So the passing the excess carbon dioxide in a sodium chloride solution with this saturated ammonia. Thus ammonia bicarbonate form react with the sodium chloride, that is NH4HCO3 is react with the NaCl. We get ammonium chloride and sodium bicarbonate. Sodium bicarbonate is a poor solubility because it gets precipitated. That sodium bicarbonate is isolated, heated with the sodium carbonate. So the sodium bicarbonate heated, we get sodium carbonate, that is NaHCO3 heat பண்ணும்போது we get Na2CO3. So this equation involved in the process. First ammonia react with the carbon dioxide, we get ammonium carbonate. This ammonium carbonate react with the excess of carbon dioxide, we get ammonium hydrogen carbonate. Then this ammonium hydrogen carbonate react with the excess of sodium chloride, we get ammonium chloride plus sodium hydrogen carbonate. This sodium hydrogen carbonate is heated, we get sodium carbonate plus carbon dioxide plus water. So the ammonia used in this process can be recovered by treating the resultant ammonium chloride solution with the calcium hydroxide, that is NH4. Ammonium chloride means NH4Cl is react with the calcium chloride CaCl2, calcium chloride, that is calcium hydroxide CaOH, we get calcium chloride CaCl2. CaCl2 is a calcium chloride, is a byproduct. Okay, then plus ammonia plus water. So the calcium chloride is a byproduct. So this process called as a Solvay process. The next, the properties of sodium bicarbonate. Sodium carbonate, commonly known as a washing soda, crystallizes as a decohydride, which is white in color. Decohydrate means that contains 10 water, that is called as a decohydrate, which is white in color. It is a soluble in water. It is soluble in water means it is dissolved in water and form alkaline solution. So it is soluble in water to form alkaline solution. Alkaline solution means a basic form. Okay. Now upon heating, it loses the water of crystallization to form monohydrate. That is, the 10 water, it contains the 10 water molecule. Upon heating, it loses the water molecule. So it loses the water molecule, it forms the crystallization to form monohydrate. So 10 water molecule lose the water molecules, it convert into one water molecule, that is called as a monohydrate. Above 373 Kelvin, the monohydrate becomes completely anhydrous. That monohydrates above 373 Kelvin, the monohydrate becomes completely anhydrous and changes the white powder called soda ash. So this is the equation. The sodium carbonate 10 deca, that is a 10 hydrate, that is a decahydrate, is converted into sodium carbonate monohydrate. Monohydrate means contain the one H2O, then removal of 9 outer molecules. This sodium carbonate monohydrate is again heated at 373 Kelvin. It changes into anhydrous. Anhydrous means it does not contain any water. So it contains sodium carbonate plus water. So it is called as a soda ash. These are the properties of sodium carbonate. The next, uses of sodium carbonate. Sodium carbonate known as a washing soda and used for mainly for the laundry purpose. Okay. The next, it is also used for the treatment of convert the hot water to soft water. The next one is used for manufacture of the glass, paper, paint, etc. Okay. Then another one important compounds of alkali metal, this is sodium chloride. The formula of sodium chloride you know very well, NaCl. It is also called as a cooking salt or table salt. Okay. Sodium chloride is isolated by evaporation from seawater. So how to get, we know how to get the salt in the process. Okay. The sodium chloride is isolated by evaporation seawater, which contains 2.7 to 2.9% by mass. Okay, approximately 50 tons, you know the point, approximately 50 ton lakh of tons of salt are produced annually in India by solar evaporation. So 50 ton lakh of tons on the annually production for our India. Okay, for the salt process. The crude sodium chloride can be obtained by crystallization of the brine solution, which contains sodium sulfate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride. That is, the crude means it is impurity. The impurity sodium chloride can be obtained by crystallization. So crystallization of the brine solution. Brine solution means sodium sulfate, calcium sulfate, magnesium chloride, then calcium chloride. These are the impurities form. That is called as a brine solution. So the pure sodium chloride can be obtained from the crude salt. So we get a pure sodium chloride is obtained from the crude salt. That is a impurity lenda namukku pure varudhu. So pure sodium chloride can be obtained from the crude salt as follows. First, remove the insoluble impurities. First, remove the insoluble. Insoluble does not dissolve in water. Insoluble impurities, first remove it. That's filtrate. We done the filtration process. So that is crude salt add with this add with the water. So we get a precipitate. First we get to filter the process. Filtration. After the filtration, the insoluble particles are filtered out. So the remaining solutions we pass on the HCl, that is hydrochloric gas in the solution. So we get a calcium. We get a to get NaCl. So calcium, magnesium chloride become more soluble than sodium chloride remain in the solution. We get a sodium chloride. So sodium chloride, the melting point of the sodium chloride is a 1081 Kelvin. It has a solubility 36.0 in 100 gram of water at 273 Kelvin. So 100 gram of water, it dissolve only the 36.0 gram of solubility. Okay. So at 273 Kelvin, the solubility does not increase, appreciably increase in temperature. So the temperature also increases, the solubility does not increase in the temperature. Okay. The next one, uses of sodium chloride. It is used for the common salt or table salt for the domestic purpose. Okay, we know very well. Then second one, it is used the preparation of many inorganic compounds such as sodium hydroxide, then sodium carbonate. Okay. The next one, so important compounds, sodium hydroxide. The sodium hydroxide, the formula is NaOH. The sodium hydroxide prepared commercially, okay, by the electrolysis of the brine solution. You know the brine solution, sodium sulfate, calcium chloride, magnesium chloride is a brine solution. So this process is done with the Castor calender cell using a mercury cathode and carbon anode. Okay, the sodium metal discharges at the cathode and combines with the mercury to form sodium amalgam. So sodium metal discharges the cathode, it's combined with the mercury means amalgam to form the sodium amalgam. So the chlorine, the remaining, so we take the sodium chloride. So the remaining chlorine gas is evolved at the anode process. Okay, the sodium amalgam thus obtain the treatment with water. That sodium amalgams react with water, we get a sodium hydroxide to give a sodium hydroxide. So these two are the method. The cathode, sodium amalgam, atom the chlorine get gases, we get a sodium amalgam react with water, we get a sodium hydroxide. The sodium hydroxide is a white and the translucent and a diluent solid that dissolve in water to give strong alkaline solution. Okay, the melting point at 591 Kelvin. The sodium hydroxide solution surface react with the carbon dioxide atmosphere to form sodium carbonate. The uses of sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide used the purification for the purification of bauxite or aluminum or petroleum refining. Used for the purification process, we can use the sodium hydroxide. It also used the textile industry for the processing cotton fabrics. The use of manufacture of the soap, paper and the artificial silk. The last important compounds of the alkali metal, sodium bicarbonate. The formula of the sodium bicarbonate is NaHCO3. It is also called as a sodium hydrogen carbonate or sodium bicarbonate. It also called as a baking soda. you know the where we use the baking soda. So the sodium hydrogen carbonate and solid sodium bicarbonate is used for baking cakes. We can prepare the cakes and bakeries items is we can use for the sodium bicarbonate, okay, because the pulpy natures, okay. So the it is also called because decompose on heating to generate the bubbles of carbon dioxide. So the sodium hydrogen carbonate it decompose heat பண்ணும்போது decompose to generate carbon dioxide. It come out the carbon dioxide in the bubbles form, okay. So the leaving holes in cakes and pastry are making them light and fluffy. So that this is the main reason the cakes and pastries make the light and fluffy natures. We can add the sodium hydrogen carbonate. These compounds prepare the saturation of the solution of sodium carbonate with the carbon dioxide. Sodium carbon dioxide plus sodium carbonate react with the carbon dioxide plus water, we get a sodium hydrogen carbonate, that is sodium bicarbonate, okay. The white crystalline powder of sodium bicarbonate being less soluble and precipitated, okay. The next uses of the sodium bicarbonate, the uses the ingredient in the baking process is mainly used for the sodium bicarbonate. The sodium hydrogen carbonate is a mild antiseptic for the skin infection. We can use for the skin ointment sodium hydrogen carbonate. It is also used for the fire extinguisher, okay. The next biological importance of sodium and potassium. The alkali metals used in our human beings in biological importance of sodium and potassium. Monovalent sodium and potassium ions are found in large proportion in the biological fuels. You know the monovalent means that is a sodium, the atomic number of sodium is 11. So the outermost one electron is removed, we get a Na plus. The potassium, the atomic number is 19, the outermost one electron is removed, it getting a K plus. That is called as a monovalent, okay. So the monovalent sodium and potassium ions found in large proportion in the biological fluids. So biological fluids in human body large amount of sodium and potassium ions are present. These ions perform the important biological functions such as to maintain the ion balance, plus minus and the cations and anions. So the nerve impulsive conduction to maintain these two metals, okay. Typically 70 kilogram of man, so typically 70 kilogram of our man contains about 90 grams of sodium and 170 grams of potassium compared with only 5 grams of iron and 0.06 gram of copper. So the mainly in human bodies the sodium and potassium is the main thing to present in our human body, okay. The sodium ions are found primarily in the outside of the cells. So where it present the sodium ions in outside cells of and humans. They begin located in the blood plasma and the interstitial fluid which is surrounded the cell. These ions participate the transmission of the nerve signals. It's regulating the flow of the water across the cell membrane and in the transport of the sugar and the amino acid into the cells. Okay, the sodium, potassium, although so similarly chemically, sodium and potassium similarly chemically, but the ability to penetrate the cell membrane, the transport mechanism, the efficiency is differ the sodium and the potassium. So the potassium ions are the most abundant cation within the cell fluids. They activate many enzymes. They participate in our blood level, the oxidation of the glucose to produce the ATP, that is adenine thiophosphate, and the sodium is responsible to transmission of the nerve signal. So the sodium potassium pump play an important role in the transmitting of the nerve signal. This is a sodium potassium pump, okay. The next topic is alkaline earth metals. We know the in periodic table contain the left hand side is a S block element. The S block element consists of the two row. The first one is called as a oneness, that is alkali metal, the lithium, sodium, potassium, rhodium, cesium. The second row is called as a alkaline earth metal. So the alkaline earth metals consists the group 2 in the modern periodic table. It consists of the beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium and radium, okay. So these elements with the exception of the beryllium are commonly known as a alkaline earth metals. So except beryllium, remaining all elements are called as a alkaline earth metals. Alkaline means a basic in nature. So because it react with the oxide and the hydroxide. So the calcium react with the oxide, we get a calcium oxide. Calcium react with the hydroxide. Hydroxide means OH, we get a calcium hydroxide, CaOH. So the alkaline nature means basic in nature because the pH level is a more than 7. So it is called as a alkaline nature. Then it's react with the metal oxide. This metal react with the oxide, we get a metal oxide. For example, calcium react with the oxide, we get a calcium oxide, and is found in a earth crust. So the here the beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. These are the alkaline earth metals. Okay. The next, the abundance of the important alkaline earth metals and the sources. So the beryllium, the elements abundance of the earth, that is the ppm. pp means parts, that is p is a parts, p is a per, m is a million. So okay, ppm. Okay, the mineral source beryllium, its abundance 2.0. The important the mineral source of the beryllium Be3Al2Si6O8. Then magnesium 27640. The important ores of the magnesium, colonite and dolomite. Then calcium is 1.84, is a fluoropatite. Then strontium, silicate. Then barium, barytes. So the general characteristic of the alkaline earth metals, the physical state. First one, beryllium is a rare because it contains only the 2%. So beryllium is a rare, and radium is also the rarest of the all, comprising only 10% of the ignition rocks. Ignition means the volcano evaporations la adu cool agi kedikkumli, that is called as the ignition rocks. Magnesium and calcium are very common in the earth crust. So in our earth crust we contains a large amount of magnesium, and calcium is a common thing. Okay, with the calcium the fifth most abundant element, and the magnesium is the eighth. So the calcium is the fifth most abundant element, the magnesium is the eighth most abundant element. Magnesium and calcium are found in the many rocky minerals. Magnesium is a carlite, magnesite, dolomite. Calcium is a chalk, limestone, gypsum. And most strontium is found in the mineral silicate and strontium. Barium is a slightly less common, much of the mineral of the barite. So the radium, we know the radium is the radioactive. So uranium is found all uranium bearing the ores. Okay, the next one, electronic configurations. So this is a group 2 metals. So the elements of the 2 electron, the valence shell of the atom, this is a noble gas configuration. That is in beryllium, the atomic number of beryllium is a 4. We can write the electronic configuration 1s2 2s2. So the outermost valence shell is a 2. So it attains beryllium is a 4, atomic number is a 4. If the outermost valence shell is a 2, the loss of the 2 electrons, it is a contain only 2 electrons. So it attains the helium noble gas configuration. So then magnesium, the atomic number is 12. So the 2 electrons, then 8 electrons, then 2 electrons, the outermost valence electron 2. So the the removal of the outermost valence electron, Mg getting the positive. So the here it attains the 10. 10 means the neon, the noble gas configuration of the neon. It attains the noble gas configuration of the neon. Okay, so that is called as a the elements of 2 valence electrons of the atom proceed by a noble gas configuration. The general electronic configuration is written noble gas, where NS2, where N represents the valence shell. Here the electronic configuration of the alkaline metal, beryllium to radium. Then here atomic number of the beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, and radium. Then electronic configuration. Okay. The next one, atomic and ionic radii. The atomic and ionic radii of alkali earth metals are smaller than corresponding number of the alkali metals. That is, compared to the alkali metal, the atomic and ionic radii is smaller. Okay. This is due the fact the group 2 elements having higher nuclear charge that allow electrons to attract more strongly towards the nucleus. That is, the group 2 elements having higher nuclear charge. Higher nuclear charge means beryllium, the lithium, compared to the alkali metal, lithium, the atomic number is 3. So it contains 2 electrons, the outermost electrons 1. Compared to the magnesium, the 2 electron, then 8 electron, then 2 electron. So the number of shells also increases. The attraction between the nucleus and the outermost cells also increases. So the group 2 elements having higher nuclear charge allow electron to attract more strongly towards the nucleus, and moving down the group, the radii increases to gradually increase the number of the shells. Moving down the groups, beryllium, then magnesium. Beryllium atomic number is 4, magnesium atomic number 2. So that we moving down the group, the atomic number increases. The atomic number increases means shells also increases. So the radius also increases. Okay, gradually increase the number of the shells, the radius also increases. Okay, this is atomic and ionic radii. The next one, common oxidation state. So the group 2 elements, the outermost valence electron is 2, that is the beryllium, the atomic number 4. So the 1s2, 2s2, the outermost valence electron is a 2. Magnesium, the atomic number is a 12, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 2p6, 2, 1s2 2, 2s2 2, 2 plus 2 4, 4 plus 6 10, then 2p6, then 3s2, 3s2 12. So the remove of the 2 electrons. So it attains the loss of the 2 electrons. So it attains the oxidation state is a plus 2. Okay, this is the common oxidation state of the alkaline earth metals. The next one, ionization enthalpy. So due to the fairly large size of the atom, the alkaline earth metals have the low ionization enthalpy when compared to the p block elements. So the alkaline earth metals, the large size of the atom, so compared to the p block elements, so the ionization enthalpy is low. We know the meaning of the ionization enthalpy, that is ionization potential. So the ionization potential means, what is the ionization potential? The monovalent gaseous atom, it remove the electrons, it need the energy, to remove the electron, it getting the monovalent. Okay, this is the ionization enthalpy, statement of ionization enthalpy. So the large size of the atom, the alkaline earth metals have low ionization enthalpy when compared to the p block element. Down the group, the ionization enthalpy decreases, atomic size increases. So down the group means as we move down the group, the ionization enthalpy decreases, the atomic size. So beryllium to radium, the atomic size is increases. This is due to the addition of the new shell as well as the increase the magnitude of the screening effect of the inner shells. So beryllium, the 2 shells, then magnesium, the number of shells are, as we move down the group, number of shells are increases. Okay. The next, so the members of the group 2 have higher ionization enthalpy value. Group 1, because of smaller size, the electron more attract towards nucleus of the atom, corresponds less electropositive than alkali metals. So compared to the group 1, the member of group 2 have higher ionization enthalpy value, because the group 1, the smaller size, the electron being more attract towards the nucleus of the atom. Okay, these are the ionization enthalpy. The next, these are the physical properties of alkaline earth metals are listed in the table. So the atomic radius and the ionic radius, ionization energy, melting point, boiling point, density, okay, so on. The next, the ionization enthalpy. The first ionization value of the alkaline earth metals are higher than the alkali metals of the second ionization enthalpy of the alkaline earth metals. Okay, so much smaller than alkali metal. This occur. The alkali metals, the second electron is removed from the cation which already occurred the noble gas configuration. That is, in alkali metals, that is a lithium. So the outermost electron is a 1. So it lose of 1 electron, it attain the noble gas configuration. The second electrons removed, second remove idhilanda or electrons remove பண்ணும்போது இது already இது வந்து, that is the next one example, the sodium, so alkali metal, the atomic number is 11. So the 2 first shells contain 2, then 8, then third shell contains the 1. So the remove of the 1 electrons, it attained the neon noble gas configuration. So the remove of 1 electron is not possible for the this one, because the noble gas, it is a stable configuration. So நம்ம electrons நம்ம remove பண்ணுறது ரொம்ப கஷ்டம் இதில், because it attained the noble gas configuration. So the alkali metals, the second electron is to remove the cation which already occurred noble gas configuration. In case of the alkaline earth metals, compared to the alkaline earth metal, the second electron is removed from the monovalent cation which still has 1 electron in the outermost shell. Okay, so the second electron can be removed from the easily in the case of the group 2 elements than group 1 elements, because the beryllium, the atomic number of beryllium is 4. We write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2. Okay, so the 1 electrons removed compared to the alkali metals is beryllium, the alkaline earth metals, the remove is the second electron can be removed easily compared to the group 1 elements. Okay, the next one, hydration enthalpy. The compounds of alkaline earth metals are more extensively hydrated than those of alkali metal, because the hydration of the alkaline enthalpy of alkaline earth metal ion larger compared to the alkaline metal ions. Okay, so like alkali metals, whereas hydration enthalpy of alkaline earth metal ion increase in ionic size down the group. So beryllium to barium, the atomic that is the decrease with the increase in the ionic size of the group. So example, magnesium chloride and calcium chloride exhibits a hydrated crystal, that is a magnesium 6 water, calcium chloride 6 water, whereas sodium chloride and potassium chloride do not form such hydrate. That is compared to the alkali metals, the hydrates form is easily possible for the alkaline, not for the alkali. Okay. The next one, electronegativity. In alkaline earth metal, the electronegativity value decreases as we move on. That is, the shared pair of electron towards attract itself. The alkali earth metals, the electronegativity value decreases and moving down the group in the compared to the alkali metal. Then flame color and the spectrum. The alkaline earth metals moistured with concentrated hydrochloric acid in the platinum wire, it shows the characteristic color. This already we discussed about in the alkali metals, the same procedure for the alkaline. So these are the calcium, strontium, barium. There is a color and the wavelength. The heat in the flame exert in the valence electron to go to the higher energy level, come back to the actual energy level, the excess energy emitted at late. So that is a calcium. The calcium is the actual energy level, goes to the higher energy level, it's come back to the actual level. Here the energy, the excess energy is emitted as a light, whose wavelength is called as a visible region, is shown in the above table. Okay. So these are the calcium and strontium and barium. The heat in the filament flame exert the higher energy level, come back to the actual, the excess energy emitted is a light. Okay. The next one, the distributed behavior of the beryllium. So the beryllium, it is a small size and a high polarizing power, the high electronegativity, ionization enthalpy, as well as compared to the other elements, the absence of the vacant d orbital, the valence shell. The anomalous property of the beryllium, mainly the small size, high electronegativity, then compared to the element in the other element in the block. Okay. The next one, comparison of properties of beryllium with the other element. So beryllium, it forms the covalent compounds. The other element of the same family, it forms the ionic compound, like the calcium, then the calcium, then strontium, barium, radium. The beryllium having high melting and boiling point. So the other element of the family, low melting and boiling point. It does not react with the water at elevated temperature, react with the water. Does not combine directly with the hydrogen, that is a beryllium. Then other element of the family combine directly with the hydrogen, that is calcium, then magnesium. Okay. Then does not combine directly with the halogen, but the other element of the family combine directly with the halogens. Okay. The next one, beryllium hydroxide, oxide of beryllium are amphoteric, that is behaves as acid and base, that is called as amphoteric, but other element of the family basic in nature. Okay. But beryllium is a amphoteric nature. So other elements of the family is easily attacked by the acid, but beryllium does not attacked by the acid. The beryllium carbonate evolves methane with water, then other element of the family acetylene with water. Okay. So the next one, diagonal relationship between beryllium. So the alkali metals, beryllium the first member of the group 2. So the diagonal relationship with the aluminum. Okay. In case of size of the ion, beryllium and aluminum, beryllium that is 0.45, then aluminum 0.54. Not as so close, but the charge per unit area is closer. Beryllium is 2.36, aluminum is 2.5. So the same electronegativity value for the beryllium and aluminum. So that is diagonal relationship between beryllium and aluminum. The next topic is similarities between beryllium and aluminum. So the beryllium chloride forms dimeric structure like aluminum chloride with the chloride bridges. Aluminum chloride AlCl3. So the aluminum contains the center, the chloride is a bridge form. So beryllium chloride also form the polymeric chain structure in addition to dimer. Both are soluble in organic solvent and strong Lewis acid. Then second one, beryllium hydroxide, that is BeOH, dissolve excess of alkali, it gives berylate ion, and that is formula BeOH, and the hydrogen is aluminum hydroxide, which get aluminum ion, that is AH4. These are the similarities between the aluminum and beryllium. Then third similarity is beryllium and aluminum ion strong tendency to form complex, that is BeF4 2 minus AlF6 3 minus, strong tendency to form a complex. Okay. Then both beryllium and aluminum hydroxide are amphoteric in nature. We know the meaning of amphoteric. They behave as acid as well as base. That is called as a amphoteric. Then carbates of the beryllium, that is BeC, like aluminum carbide Al4C, it give methane on it, get hydrolysis, it give the methane. Okay, these are another similarities between the beryllium and same similarity is the same. Then sixth one, both beryllium and aluminum can render passive by nitric acid. Okay, render means செயலற்றதாக அப்படி ஆகுதுன்றது எது கூட பார்த்தீங்கன்னா nitric acid. So these are the similarities between beryllium and aluminum. Okay, I hope you understand the concept, students. Thank you.